Let's take a deep dive into our next PSA submission coming up on Beat the Odds Card Breaks. Don't go anywhere. Hello sport card collectors, and welcome back to another episode of Beat the Odds Card Breaks. We are going to take a good look at our next PSA submission. I'm going to kind of go over a couple of things here, reasons why you should send to a grading agency or PSA specifically. Of course, what it is that we're grading, what kind of cards we should be grading, that kind of stuff here. So there's a lot that we're going to go over, and then I'll show you guys the cards that we're going to grade and what the grades I'm hoping to get out of this. There are different reasons, of course, as to why you should send your cards to go get graded. For one, it kind of depends on the type of collector you are. If you are like the bona fide collector and you get a really cool card for your PC that you just want to get in a beautiful slab, that is more than enough reason to go and get that card graded, because at the end of the day it's going to look really, really nice in that slab and it'll sit well into your collection. But nowadays, especially with the recent boom in sports cards, there are a lot more people out there than there were before who are looking to make an investment out of these, and that is a very good reason as to why as well you should consider getting your cards graded. But you do have to pay attention, you do have to be careful as to what it is you are going to send out to grade. And by that I kind of mean, there are certain cards that are safe bets for grading, where you can pretty much recoup the cost plus a little extra bonus if you're going to be flipping the card down the road. And there are certain cards that are going to be considered risky to grade, and I've got a few of those kind of in here in the lineup, and I'll go over those here in detail. But in essence, for me, what I think a safe flip should be, if you got like a high-end rookie card, so of course if you got a Luka from 2018 or a Zion or Ja from 2019 in a premium set, one of the chrome sets there, or the way that the early 2020 sets are gaining in value, those aren't bad cards to send graded there as well. Those are pretty safe cards in my estimation to go get graded. The pop reports are going to be high on those kind of cards, of course. There's a lot of other people going to send it out grading, but I think the demand for those rookie cards slabbed is still very, very high. So even when those cards come back for grading, there'll likely still be a market for those cards. And the way that basketball especially is gaining steam right now, I don't see a huge slowdown for 2021. I don't think that the market will be able to keep up the pace that the increase in values of cards for basketball especially is going, the way things are going. I do see that there is going to be some sort of regression back to the mean, if you will, here, but I don't think it's going to be as drastic as some of the pundits might be coining out there. But honestly, what do I know? I'm just a collector, kind of hoping for the best. But definitely, in my estimation, you should look to send out the high-end rookie cards, especially for the big sets here. Rookie card parallels also do well because they are a little bit more rare. So sending those out to get graded here, there's going to be a lower pop report on those cards. Those cards down the road will likely be more desirable for collectors and investors to pick up. So those are good cards to zero in on to get graded there as well. And of course, anything that's numbered, the numbered cards especially, if you can get a good one, that's something you definitely should consider getting graded there as well, because if you can get a numbered card that grades well, that's just money in the bank. And I've got one in here that I'll show you here that I'm really, really hoping for a good grade. Now, of course, when you are doing this, the risk involved, really, you're trying to be able to make your money back. And of course, there is a fee to get your cards graded, and the fees go up, has been going up here of late because of the huge surge in people sending in their cards. So you do have to kind of keep that in mind when you're looking at what kind of cards to grade, because the last thing you want to do is send a card out that you're hoping to flip, that if it comes back in a PSA 10, you're just barely breaking even when you factor in all the costs it took to actually get that card graded. And especially if it comes back as a PSA 9, you're going to be losing money. Those are your very, very risky cards, and you have to be very careful with those. You need to take a good look at that card and be absolutely certain that that card is in mint condition before you send out. Any flaw there puts your card at jeopardy of losing money there for you. Of course, the cost of supplies, I mean, they want you to send the cards out in semi-rigid sleeves, and for those who have tried to look for those, lately especially, the costs on those are going up and they're quite scarce. So you do have to keep that in mind there as well. And then you also have to ensure the packages going out, preferably, and then of course coming back. You have to pay for insurance for your shipping and stuff there for the cards once they get graded. So you do have to factor those in here to see exactly what you're looking at in terms of cost for these cards that you're sending out, and take a look at, say, your eBay sold. If it's something of a high pop there, you should be able to find some PSA sales on that card out there already, like Zions and Jaws and whatnot. You should be able to get a good feel for what you can expect here with regards to your value when you get your card back, which also brings us back to declared value. You do need to make sure that you do place that down on your submissions here. So declared value, really the idea with that is what you figure the card is going to be worth when it gets graded. And it's a little bit, I find it's still a little bit gray, but the idea behind that is they want to know what to insure the card for when it comes back to you. So usually what I say is a PSA 9 is a good benchmark for what you can expect that card to be worth when graded. I mean, you're hoping for a PSA 10, of course, for the card, but there's no guarantee on that mark here. But I think a PSA 9 is not a bad place to start. At least I'll give you kind of a benchmark as to what you can expect. Okay, so of course, the episode here is going to kind of dive deep into what it is I'm going to be grading here. And I'm going to go over the cards here real quick and kind of what I'm hoping to see the grades for those cards. And I'll flash on the screen what the current values are, both raw and in PSA 9 and PSA 10, just so you guys have an idea of what we're going for. And keep in mind, when we're talking about those risky investments, risky flips and stuff here, you'll kind of see where there's not a whole lot of margin for error in some of these cards here. Now, of course, for those who are watching this video, I imagine there are some out there who have already sent a PSA and are probably a little bit more seasoned at doing this than I am. If you do see something there that you might disagree with me, by all means, I'm new at this here. Feel free to leave a comment and I'll be happy to hear what you guys have to say. But let's get to this here. I plan on doing a reveal, of course, when this gets back, and I will be able to kind of share how close I was with regards to what I was hoping for grades and stuff out of here. Now, I'm kind of going high end for grades. I don't expect I'm going to get these cards back with the grades that I'm guessing here, but it would be nice if I could, but I'm not really banking on that there, that's for sure. So we're gonna start off with this Justin Jefferson rookie card. This is a red ice. You can tell by the look of it there that it's a little off-centered here, top to bottom. I'd say maybe 60-40. So I'm not really banking on a 10 for this one here. I'm banking on a 9, but I'm okay with a 9 because Justin Jefferson is a big player, and of course this is the parallel of him here, so I think that one's going to do quite well. This Chua I have here, I'm going to be sending off. This is a pretty well centered. It looked like the corners were sharp, the edges were sharp, and there didn't see any noticeable surface damage, so I think this is going to grade pretty well. I'm hoping to get a 10 out of this one. That will be awesome. And we got Henry Ruggs the third. This is just a base rookie card, so this is one of the more risky investments here. I took a look at the card and it looks to be in pretty good shape here, so I'm hoping to get a 10 out of this one here as well. Next up, we've got a Jonathan Taylor, another risky investment here. Hoping to get a 10. Everything looked pretty good on this. Might be slightly off center top to bottom, but I think it will pass here for what they're looking for centering. I'm hoping to get a 10 out of that one there. We have a Jordan Love. I gotta see if I can place these so I don't kind of flop everywhere. Same idea. Jordan Love, a little less of a risky investment. He's one of the probably top 10 cards that you can get out of Prism. So this one here, I'm just hoping to get back here. At a 9, I think I'll be okay, but if I get a 10 out of this one, it'll be awesome. And it looked pretty good when I inspected here, maybe a little heavy on the right, but that might still pass here as a 10. As a 9, I think it'd still be okay. CD Lamb here, again, I'd say top 10, 15 rookie card in Prism. So I'm hoping to see if I can get a 10 out of this one here. Everything looked pretty good when I inspected it. We got Cam Akers, again, a little bit more of a riskier investment, but the card looked good, and it is a parallel here, so hoping to see if we can get something nice out of this card. Coming back here, if I get a 10, that'd be awesome. Another risky investment here, Denzel Mims. This one is kind of okay with the centering here. It looks like it might be a little bit heavy on the left, or on the right, sorry, so it might come back as a 9. So this one I may lose a little bit on, but that's okay. It's actually kind of nice to have some cards that may not be absolutely perfect, just to kind of then get the graders charm, if you will, here on the next following cards that might be in a little bit better shape. So Chase Claypool is a good example here. This is the orange laser. This one's in pretty good shape here, really well centered, so I'm hoping for a 10 out of that. I've got a 2-up base that I'm hoping for a 10 out of, really well centered, no visible marks and stuff on there, and everything looks nice on the edges and the corners. Laviska Shenault, here's another risky one here for me. Looked it over here, looks pretty good, so I'm banking on getting a 10 out of that. If I get a 9, I'll likely lose money on that one. Chase Claypool, this one here, little less risky, but still not exactly in the clear if I hit a 9. But it looked pretty good here, so I'm kind of hoping for a 10 on that one there. CD Lamb, red, white, and blue. Another one that's not exactly you know, you can bank on making your money back if you get a 9. But again, I looked at the card here, and it's a little bit shaded over to the left, so I mean, I think that one's still centered enough to get the 10. I guess we shall see. Henry Ruggs in the laser. This one here looked pretty good, except for the centering. The centering is a little bit heavy on the bottom, so I'm hoping for a 10. If I get a 9, it'd be close to see if I can get that money back on that one. Jalen Hurts is definitely going to be a this one's going to be a tricky one here for me. I think the card is going to be worth it if I get the 9 in the red, white, and blue here, but you'll see it's not exactly well centered here. It's a little light on top and on the right, so I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get a 10 on that one, but I'm hoping to get a 9. The Jalen Hurts in the variant here, I'm hoping to see if I can get a 10. It looks pretty good with the centering. It's a little heavy on this side here, but I don't think that's going to cost it too much. Hoping, and everything else looks pretty good here, so I'm hoping to see if I can get the 10 on that one. We've got the Edwards-Helaire next here for Kansas City. It's pretty solid on this one here too, maybe a hair heavy on top, but I think it'll still pass here for the centering, so hoping to get the 10. Denzel Mims, the only reason why I'm sending this is that it's a silver and it was in good condition, so I'm hoping that this one actually passes as a 10 as well. As a 9, I stand to lose a little bit of money on that one. Now I'm really hoping for good things out of this one. So this is the Herbert. There's a small surface nick right by the shoe. You can't really see it. You can kind of see it if I show it there. So that might cost the 10, but even as a 9, Justin Herbert rookie card is a classic example as to even if there is a little bit of a nick on the card here, it's still worth grading, because if it comes out back a 9, you're still going to make your money back on this card, because people are going to be looking for Justin Herbert rookie card in slabs. So that one's going to get into a slab here, hoping to see if it gets a 9, I'll be happy. If it gets a 10, I'll be thrilled. Now this one was a bit of a tricky one here for me. I was really hoping for good things out of this card. So Juan Soto, this card here is out of 25, so this is one of your numbered cards, and it's a numbered superstar. So I mentioned that you should get your numbered cards in here. I specifically believe I said rookies, but if you get a superstar numbered card, you should consider getting those ones sent off here as well, because they will command a lot of value if they come back well. Now there is surface damage on this card. I saw it there when I was taking a look at it. I'm hoping to get a 9. It could come back as an 8 because the surface damage is pretty noticeable on the middle of the card here. If it comes back an 8, it's probably not worth the grading costs and stuff there. If it comes back a 9, then I should be able to make back that cost here for the card. Everything else was pretty sharp on that card. The Luis Robert rookie card. This one is the refractor. Looked pretty good. It looked pretty good. Centering and looked pretty good there. Corners, edges, and surface was pretty clean. So I'm hoping that this one comes back at 10. There was some like a small printer line kind of running north-south on this Luis Robert card, so I don't think it's going to get a 10. I'm pretty sure it'll get a 9, but I still think at a 9 this card will be worth it there once it's graded. There was a similar small printer line on this Robert, again kind of hoping for a 9, but this is one of the cards, again, this is going to be likely the top rookie out of the class. I think it's going to be between Robert and Bichette. We'll see kind of how this year plays out, but I do believe that Robert, even if it comes back at 9, you'll be able to make it back. My House LeBron, this is the Silver Hollow. This is in pretty good shape here, so I'm kind of hoping for a 10 on that one. And then we've got a couple of Zion rated rookies in the pink, hyper pink here. So this one you can see is a little light on the right side, so I don't think it's going to get a full marks for centering. I'm hoping that because the rest of the card is in really good condition, it might still make that 10, but I'm kind of banking on a 9 for this. But another example is why 9 might still be okay to get your value back on that card. Here's a card with a little bit better centering. I think this one hopefully will get the 10. And if I get the 10 on that one there, I will be thrilled. Got a Jaw base card coming up here. Nope, my cards are kind of falling out here. Just give me this quick second so I can reorganize it there. There we go. So yeah, this one was in pretty good shape. Kind of banking on a 10, or hoping for a 10 for that one. Now again, I should say more like hoping, because at the end of the day, when you send it out to PSA, they are looking at things quite intensely here. So there's very possible I would have missed stuff with my eyes that they're going to catch on their machines and whatnot, and their graders and all that wonderful stuff. So I'm saying hoping, but I'm expecting that it's going to be a little bit, like, I'm not going to get as well marks as I'm hoping for. But we'll see, I guess, when it comes back. This Zion NBA debut looked pretty clean in the green here, so I'm hoping to see if I can get a 10 on that one. This orange one's kind of the same, hoping to see if I can get a 10. This Zion is a little bottom heavy, so I don't think I'm going to get the 10 in this one here. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to get a 9, but even at that, at a 9 here, I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to kind of make the money back on that one. Zion in the orange is a little bit better centered, so this one I'm hoping for a 10. We have a Jaw orange, and this one here's got some surface damage here right around the middle of the jersey, so I'm not quite expecting that I'm going to get the 10 out of this. I'm kind of hoping to get the 9. Jaw in the pink here, again a little bottom heavy, so I'm thinking I'm going to get a 9 out of that one there as well. And then we've got a nice Jaw Morant. This one's a little bit better centered here, so I'm kind of hoping for the 10 on... Oh wait, no, sorry. I already showed that one there. That Jaw had the surface. So we got a LeBron MVP, and it's very tough to get silvers in good condition, but this one seemed to be pretty clean, so I'm kind of hoping I do get a 10 in this one here. If I get a 10, this card is going to be pretty sick. I've got a Jam Master as well in the Silver Mosaic that I'm hoping to get a really good mark here. It looked pretty clean when I was looking at it there. Nothing super visible for off-centering or anything like that. So I'm hoping for the 10 there. And then I'll just kind of take these cards out here. I got a Zion Purple Disco in the Tribute. Kind of hoping for a 10 on that one. It looked pretty clean. The centering looked pretty good on that. Same thing here with the Laser. Nice centering on that one here as well. I got a Jaw Green from Premium Stock NBA Hoops here. Centering's pretty solid, maybe a little light on the right-hand side, but I think it's going to be enough to be able to get the 10. Now, this is the card that I'm really hoping will grade well here. I just pulled this not a couple of days ago. It's a LaMelo Ball. You'll see it's the green Pulsar, so it is numbered to 25. And I'm really hoping that this card comes back a 10. I looked it over here. It looks pretty clean, looks nice and centered. I didn't see anything noticeable with surface. I didn't see anything noticeable with edges or with corners. So I'm really hoping this one comes back as a 10. That will be a big card there for me. So I got another LaMelo. This one's the Purple Wave. Also in pretty good condition, so I'm hoping for the 10 there. Got another LaMelo in the Global Prospects. Silver here, hoping that one comes back as a 10. And then I got a couple of downtown cards in the Ja Morant. Looks pretty good here. Might be a slight surface on this one here. Hoping it still passes as a 10, but I'd be okay again with a 9 for that one. Tyrese Halliburton, who I'm really hoping challenges LaMelo for Rookie of the Year. His card, this card here was pretty clean, so I'm hoping this one comes back as a 10. And then I have a couple of Bo Bichettes here. This is the red Maple Leaf Parallel here from opening day. I'm hoping these ones come back at least a 9. They look pretty good here, but I'm banking for a 10 on either one of these here as well. It'll be interesting to see again how well these cards will do. We are going to send that off here very shortly, and then I won't expect to see them back until hopefully around Christmas time here in 2021. So that's going to do it, folks, for this episode. If you guys would like to leave a comment as what you think about PSA or what do you think about the submission, I'd be happy to hear it there. We will do a giveaway, of course. To be in the giveaway, you need to be a subscriber to the channel, so make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video here as well, and then let me know what your thoughts are of PSA or what your thoughts are about the cards that I'm submitting. Basically, any feedback you got here, I'd be happy to hear it. So that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. We are going to sign off for now, but we will catch you guys on our next episode.